So what is a trust? Trust is a device in which rights are either personal or such as a proprietary are held by one person on behalf of another. So a trust creator equals a settler. The person holding the trust is the trustee, and the person for whom rights are held are the beneficiary. And it's important that we understand trust first, in my opinion. But you know, let me give you this disclaimer: we're not licensed attorney or tax experts, just for educational and informational purposes. When you start to understand start with the vocabulary, start understanding the definitions of trust, and understanding the different positions that these trusts play, you're going to start understanding status correction and even business credit, and how to operate a business even better. And this is what helped me understand. So you know that a lot of people come, they understand about that the so-called birth certificate is being held in a trust, and you're the beneficiary. So this is why I think trust is important, because that's true. Social Security trust, the Social Security Commission, that's a trust set up on your account. So why have a trust? A person whom rights are given may not be able to manage it, like a mental capacity. So like they say, you're wards of the state. You're wards of the state if you truly don't have status correction, because you have unsound mind. In unsound mind, you haven't declared a nationality, black or white. You don't even really know who you are. It's an adjective. Okay. So tax management, enjoyment of rights on a plane of time. Okay, this is why you should have a trust. So trust can be created by settlers and courts. And trusts that are created by settlers and courts are known as constructive trusts. In your estate that was set up for the public, on the benefit of the public, with the birth certificate in your capitalized name, that's really a system-type by trust, which is it operates as a constructive trust when they utilize it in these corporations in the courtroom, which you give them your power of attorney by your signature and your consent. A legal title is a trustee. However, the beneficiary has the right to hold the trustee accountable for what to do with the rights. So, you as the beneficiary always has the right to hold the trustee accountable for what to do with the rights. And that's for the trust that they have established for you already. Let me know if you think I'm moving too fast now. Let me know. Let me know if you guys have questions. Go ahead and type them in if you're typing. Let me know if you're understanding this. If I'm moving too fast, let me know if I need to slow down. The glossary of terms is right there. If you need me to email them to you, I will email them to you. We have to understand trust, though, and here's why. I like to use the United States codes because we understand everything gets like basically federal funded. So the states are funded by so-called feds. So if you look up 28 U.S.C. 3002, 28 U.S.C. 3002, subsection 15A, United States means federal corporation. A corporation cannot operate. Corporation cannot operate unless it's operating under a trust. And I'm not trying to confuse you guys. We're talking about trust. A lot of people that took this are already at a different level, but that are here are already at a different level. But everything, a corporation, if it has board members, then there's an operating under a trust. So only a trust has board members, okay? So the board members would be like the CEO, the president, the vice president. Follow me? CEO, president, vice president, chief financial officer. Even a school board. A school board is a trust. School board are members of the trust. When you go to a bank, First Bankers and Trust, Sun Trust Bank, all these banks are operating under trust. So a corporation is truly supposed to be set up for the benefit of the public. Okay? You have to, I'm going to say that again. A corporation is supposed to be set up for the benefit of the public. The corporation can also act as a person, and so can a trust. But a trust protects your assets from the corporate jurisdiction. Since we're acting under bankruptcy since 1933, the United States is a corporation. 28 U.S.C. 3002, Subsection 15A, United States means federal corporation. So, everything's a corporation, so first you have to understand trust. Now, trust me, I believe Donald Trump understands trust. These higher up levels understand trust. And when you start to understand trust, you get to give things from trust and basically have a 0 to 10% tax liability. When you're gifting from your estate or your trust, you cannot tax gifts. You cannot tax gifts. Peace and love. Let me know. I got one person that says they can't hear. Okay. Everybody else can hear. All right. So remember, they cannot tax gifts. That's from any trust. Now, I want to touch a little bit on the 1099 OID and why this is important. The 1099 OID is important because the OID stands for original issue discount. So if you look up HAR 192, you are the original issue. You are the original issue discount. A lot of people just discard the receipts, not knowing that these are bills of exchange, since all debt is prepaid. So once you really have your trust established and understand you're operating under trust in the states, everything's an investment or a gift. These are key words, investments and gifts, okay? Everything's an investment and a gift. So when you go to the court and say you understand your charge, that's really a trust hearing or a trust meeting. You all have to agree on something. That's to say, do you understand? You have to say yes. All opposed, say nay. So oppose. You have to oppose. It's your trust account. They need your permission. That's with anything. But to start truly understanding what they're doing, if you want to learn the private side, I believe you're supposed to learn the public side too. And that's with building your trust and business credit. So the 1099 OIDs on your personal account, you can send that back. You can sign the back of the receipt, send that stuff back to the CFO, okay? But that's a whole different course. And I'll make sure y'all get that information too. I need you to know the first steps of a trust. Understand what abstract is. Abstract means fake or not real. It's something you created. And a declaration of trust. These are just the key words I want you guys to know and things that you need to ask yourself. But the most important thing, I believe once you get a trust established, which is going to be an irrevocable trust, okay? And I'm going to give you guys that too. But for the irrevocable trust, this is how I operate. And I'm going to give you a PDF too. There's a PDF I'm going to share for you. I have a book too that I've developed myself. And it's going to show you everything about business credit that you need to know. Everything that you need to know. First one, this was not mine. This one's Jack McCraig's, but I am going to share it with the group. And that's just a quick overview. Quick overview of how to get your trust started and created as a business. And that's what I'm going over right now. So, irrevocable trust. That's truly what you want to start your business off with. You can get an EIN. Now, a lot of people like to do the 498 numbers. Now, that's okay. I'm not opposed to that, okay? But here's what it says. Tips before we begin. Do this process for your business and grow it over time. Don't be in a hurry. Just get it right. It takes a bit of time for things to report, but if you do the steps correctly, you can cut many years off your time. It would take usually to create a business credit with no personal liability for useful accounts. Now, this process This process is going to utilize a trust to build business credit without personal liability. Now, me, on this other hand, I've captured this Social Security, so I do attach personal liability because I feel like it grows it faster. If you have stuff on your credit report, before we get started, I will touch on the personal credit really fast. When you create your actual name into an LLC or a C Corp, you can go ahead and offset the personal liability and just tell them it's a business. Like, hey, that shouldn't be personal credit, it's a business. Give them the dispute letter. Have a dispute letter at KILAM.com. Costs like $2. And attach a W-9 form, which is requesting the EIN number, and just get it notarized. You don't fill out the W-9. You send this to the CFO of the corporation that you owe the debt to. The address would be their actual headquarters, okay? Now, when dealing with get business credit, first I would do is you're going to want to get a virtual address, which is $10 a month, okay? Get a virtual address. Go to GoDaddy.com, get you a business email address, and get you a phone number, a business phone number, not a Google Voice number, a business phone number. And then this is how you start your EIN, okay? I would do it under irrevocable trust, EIN. And then the irrevocable trust, you just attach it to start as a corporation within the state. Within Florida, it's $350, and this is what this process goes over. So, don't be in a hurry. Get it right. Do it for a real business. Make it look up here. Because many people think when they see the corporate credit that they can make as many fake businesses as you want. Take as much money as you want. Well, this has some element of truth in this statement. It is too much work to build business credit for a fake business. It makes sense to start a real business that will be ongoing with its own website, email, clientele, etc. Because you might as well grow a revenue stream that will not end if the business were to go bankrupt. How? Just keep going, okay? If your personal credit is a mess, the corporate credit is a way to operate a trust with great credit and have no personal liability. A trust protects you, your family, and your assets. It's a common law irrevocable ecclesiastical trust, and it's non-taxable, right? No one should have to operate it without you operating with the trust. The person, what you operate from the Social Security number you were given upon birth, the corporate credit method allows you to operate a trust with better and more credit than you can get personally. Now, I operate under a trust, but like I said, I do operate with my personal social attached because I know how to utilize the social. Now, about the process itself, it's like building a house. You have to have a good foundation. And I have a book that I went in deep detail in. If you guys need me to say something again, rewind back, tell me. I'm going to go ahead and I attached the files for 1099 OIDs as well. There's a video that I have out there that shows you in depth because there is things missing like the 8281. You're going to want to do the powers of attorney. I'm giving you guys everything you're going to need to build your trust and business credit. All you have to do is read, okay? So if you're in the group online, I'm sending you guys the PDFs right now. Everything you need to build business credit. Within a trust. And it's simple as 1, 2, 3. You just got to read it. You just declare it within the trust. That would be within the declaration of trust if you want to make it private. That's a great question. They said, how do we place things within a trust? Also, I'm going to attach passing the buck value 2. If you guys haven't had passing the buck value 2, I'm going to go ahead and include that. I know this is a lot of reading, but this stuff is, passing the buck value 2 is $1,000 book. If you need it, you need the email, text my number, and after class, I will get it to you via email. That would be 407-274-5161. All right, if you need all these files, listen, I'm uploading all these files right now. This is just for week 1, okay? I will go in depth next week with a lot of different things. I want y'all to get introduced to this stuff, and I'm going to give you, I'm going to make sure you get your money's worth of files, regardless. And it's going to teach you what you need to do. Passing the buck volume 2, if you look it up, it is it's a trust book. And I got to go download that. Passing the buck volume 2, it's a trust book. And it breaks down all the blueprints for you. $1,000 book. And I use it for informational purposes only. So I use it on the freedom of information, giving out information to my people, making sure they know it. But irrevocable trust is the way to go. And this is how you're going to truly protect your assets. Like I said, if you need me to email it to you, I will email you all these files. If you're joining by phone and not online, I will email you these files. Everybody that's online can get access to the files in the chat form. Now, the Constitution, when you look at the Constitution, that's an express trust. This is what helped me understand that the United States was a corporation. This is why they have a president and a vice president and other cabinet members, if that makes sense to you guys. And when you start running if you start thinking like that, then you'll understand that you have you already have your own bank. You already have your own banking. You're already doing your own bookkeeping. All right, so because you're already considered experts. Now, this I'm jumping on the public and the private side at the same time. I need you guys to understand both. There's a public side and a private side. And when you operate with trust, you're on a different plane of thinking. You're on the private side. I'm trying to download this passing the buck here. Because it's important you get this book. All right, I will send the file to your email. I'm going to give you a shareable link. You can just click it. It's giving me problems right now. But, the files that I've given everybody. So right now we're on the corporate credit. And you can build credit with a trust. And when you do this, you create when you say you want to have a trust corporation, it's going to show up in so what I've utilized is Florida. It's going to show up as a C Corp. Okay? It's going to show up as a C Corp, a C Corporation. And this is going to put you at a lower tax bracket, okay? Now, It says terms to know. We will talk about corporate credit. We mean credit for any business type that is not a person. A person can be called personal too. This information does not concern building credit for a person or personal credit. In fact, corporate credit can be built no matter how bad your personal credit is. However, it is better to have great personal credit. If you do not have excellent or good personal credit and want to achieve that goal, I also accept, I help you with that as well. With the people who are using the information, they should help with that too. So the items that you want to do, get you a website, all right? This helps out, website. You don't even have to really utilize it, but if you really want a business, you really want to get your own website, all right? And then it's going to show up as a corporation site, and then you register this with the Secretary of State. Like I said, when you do it with a trust, it's going to show up as a C Corp. Come up, you give me your name, your address, you already have your EIN number, your business phone number, and then you can create a free 411 list. This is important. Everybody should do this. The 411 list, all right? You got your business email. You can get most of this through GoDaddy. Make sure you get you a business bank account once you set up the actual corporation through the state. You can also do a DBA number if you just want to set up a business account with this, all right? Get a DBA. Now also, which is a doing business as. Once you get the EIN number and it's active within the state, then you're going to want to set up the Dun and Bradstreet number, all right? And also put it on Google Maps. So it's a real digital location or a physical location, all right? They're going to send this to you via mail, all right? Now, it says let's explain why and how of each step. So you get a URL that matches the name of your business. If you can't get an inexpensive one for your website, then you have to move on to another name of the business, all right? Because all this stuff is going to link up. And like I said, the cheapest route I advise would be GoDaddy.com. Now, the website will become the URL address for your corporation's website. Get a way to receive money. PayPal, Stripe, Authorize.net, Skrill, Square.com. And start a brand new account, which I suggest Stripe as your primary payment getaway. And also PayPal. You know, a lot of stuff I do right now with this information, PayPal don't like it, so I don't really utilize a lot of PayPal. Whatever payment gateway you choose, check to make sure that the payment gateway will work with your website, all right? GoDaddy accepts Square, Stripe, and PayPal. And just make a quick website. It's free, okay? You can get 30 days, usually, for free. Now, I say do an LLC, because it's limited liability, or even a C Corp, all right? Which is a nonprofit, all right? A nonprofit state. So the C Corp first often referred to as C Corporations or C Corp. They're created as the Secretary of State, and the state wants to operate the C Corporation in. The C Corporation is also called a for-profit corporation. So it is a taxable entity, but you're operating under the trust, which would be the irrevocable trust, all right? Which is a non-taxable entity. See, there's no such thing as a business trust within the IRS. There's only such thing as a business trust within a state. All right, the IRS does not recognize business trust. This is why it's non-taxable. You will not find no definition within the IRS that says business trust, but you will within the state. But on the public side, they still operate as a C corporation or even an LLC, because this is the entity operating the corporation or holding assets for the corporation. Acts as an invisible person, what are called invisible hands. You always register with the Secretary of State. In Florida, it's $350 to register your trust as a corporation, common law trust with the Secretary of State. In Missouri, it's $1,000. You know, I operate in a lot in California, Florida, and Missouri. So Missouri's $1,000. Cali's going to cost you a little bit more. Just depends on what county you're in. Now the address has, all this stuff has to match up with it has to be an actual business address. You can't just use your home addresses. It cannot be a residential address. Like I said, the EIN, you can do the irrevocable trust. Some people like to 98 EIN numbers, which they do have overseas virtual addresses. I have plenty of addresses in Switzerland. A lot of virtual addresses in Switzerland. And the even better thing is some of these virtual addresses are attached to real offices that you can rent, all right? Okay? I'm going to teach you how to stunt one-on-one. Build your brand, build your business, and build credit at the same time. Now, you got to do it with a 411 listing. You have to, or they're not even going to recognize it as a listing. You can do this at listyourself.net. This is all in the package that I sent you, listyourself.net. And the email has to be official. And then you attach all this to the bank account as well. As soon as you get a business bank account, it's going to start reporting on experience that you have a business bank account. So be mindful of that. Now, the Dun & Bradstreet number, this is important, it's free. Set up a Dun & B number at dnb.com once you get your business established. And once you get it established and prove that it's active, it takes about a week to get your Dun & B number, and you're all good to go to set up Net 30 accounts. Called Net 30 accounts. These are business accounts. Okay, Net 30 accounts. First month, they're going to want you to download something like a digital file or something cheap, something less than $80, okay? You got 30 days to pay this $80 back. Once you pay this $80 back, you get a $2,000 credit limit on each one. So starting off, you can do like 5. And you pay those $80 back, then you'll have a $10,000 credit limit reporting on your business with Dun & Bradstreet. Also social media presence or whatever, man. Now, important numbers, okay, for Dun & Bradstreet. You got to know this. Make sure with your employees, it needs to be more than 10. Yes, she asked, Adrian asked to have a list of Net 30 accounts. I placed them in the form. Go up where above Barrington Cummings comments. But I'll place it again. I'll stick it back in there for you, man. I will make it easy for y'all, man. So I'm placing the Net 30 accounts once again in the chat. Net 30 accounts. And this is how you build business credit on your Dun & B, like out the gate. And a lot of them report to Experian as well. But you really want to have a bank account so you can open up business credit cards. That's your next step. That's going to be your next step, business credit cards. I'll put the file in the chat again. This is got it already. But I'm going to pull them up right now. Let's pull it up. That's a good question, so I don't want to move too fast. So once you got your Dun & B started, well, here's the best Net 30 accounts. Some I have, some I don't, okay? All right. So we got Dell, we got Amazon, we got Best Buy, we got Sam's Club business credit cards, we got Granger, and it tells you about the distributor, Net 30 full balance $1,000 minimum credit line, business license needed along with 1 bank trade. See, some of them need bank accounts already, so you're going to want to get that bank account. It's important. Now, Uline, this is a good one, Uline. Right. Uline, you might not necessarily need a bank account. If you want it, you're going to want to get it. Home Depot, we got Neiman and Marcus, we got JCPenney's, which I utilize other retailers. Sears, I utilize those. Pitney Bowes, I utilize them. UPS Corporate Retail Solutions. We got Shell Fleet Cars, which I utilize them too. And that's through Citibank. I utilize Shell because I travel a lot. And they give you 5 cents up to 25 cents off a gallon, so it's good. Chevron and Texaco business card. Suncoast Corporate. Exxon Mobil, which is through Citibank. Speedway Super America Fleet Gas Card. Phillips 66, and those is from those Net 30 accounts. I use a lot of different ones, which is going to be in the other one we're already going through right now. see. Pull it up for you. Since we're there, I got week 2. So let me go ahead. Months. This stuff goes by months though. Business credit goes by months. I don't know why it's not open for me. Because there's so much business credit, man. I ain't gonna leave you hang. I'm trying to pull up some more vendors for you, because that's not enough. Because I don't even utilize all those. There's so many different ones that give you a start. Ones that start you off. And all you got to do is $80, literally $80 per account for the first month. And literally, I don't even really use it. Just use a little bit starting off, and just keep paying it back, and your credit limit is going to increase. They see you're serious about using it. All right, I got it going now, so I'm about to put it up. When you start learning about business credit and start utilizing it for yourself, you're really going to say God is good, I promise you. It's going to make you believe in God again. Especially when you learn that can't nobody take it from you. All right, it's in the chat form. I'll just put it in the chat. So we got Granger, which is Granger. We got Quill, Quill. We got Seton, Seton. We got Uline, Uline. Then they got net 30 accounts, net 60 accounts. All right. Then when you get a bank account, the first cards that you want to start with is going to be Chase Inc., Capital One Spark, American Express Business, and City Business. All right. Now with the Dungeon B number, the credit signal, this is going to be free. It's going to be part of the package. It's going to be free. You're going to want your payday index score at least 80 when it starts reporting. All right. It does take 60 to 90 days for your business credit to start reporting. All right. 60 and 90 days. But I would start off getting 3 to 5 accounts. 3 to 5 accounts. As you always handle the OIDs. But when you do the OIDs, you always do it as your personal. It's not the business that's going to do the IDs. It's going to be the personal estate. That makes sense. It's going to be your personal estate, your personal trust, your personal estate trust. And what goes along with those 1099 OIDs without with attached is the 1041, and I'll always give them the cover letter to do it themselves. I don't do it, and I'm going to attach something with you. The only thing missing from these papers is the 8281. Go to my YouTube channel, DonKilam.com. Tell you more about the 1099 OIDs. If you guys do have any questions right now of any of the stuff that we went over, please let me know in the chat if you can. But starting off, you're going to want an irrevocable trust. So let me pull up an irrevocable trust for you guys. Oh yeah, so I got this working, so I am going to give you passing the buck too. Let's see if I can fit it in here. Passing the buck value 2 is a $1,000 bill. And it's important. It's going to teach you. As simple as it can be about trust. Blueprints for trust. Google it right now. Passing the buck value 2 and see how much it costs with it. Some people got to see it to believe it. Passing the buck value 2. I'm gonna put the link in. 1099 OID is for you. Yeah, you should do it for me. That's what I do. I do it quarterly. Everything's a bill of exchange. So every time you get a receipt, that is a bill of exchange. That's a bill of exchange. So the passing buck volume 2 has went down on Amazon. Right now it's for $549.97. And it is by Charles Author. So I just want to give out a shout out to Charles Author. I paid $900 for my Passing Buck Volume 2. Right now it's on sale for $9.93 online. Now it's $5.49. So I want to thank Charles Author for putting this valuable information out there for us. And it is in the chat room uploading right now. If you need to send to your email, please call or text me at 407-274-5161. Again, that's 407-274-5161. I will send it to you tonight. You have to text me tonight your email address, and we'll make sure you get it. Also, you can email me at MALIK@donKILAM.com. It's MALIK, @donKILAM.com. And I'm putting that in the chat as well. I'm offering this book for educational and informational purposes only. I feel like this is information that you guys have to have, okay? This is why I'm offering it to you. It's not to take anything. It's not to take anything from the author or any of the proceeds from the author. All right, so question. She has a question. Desiree has a question. So we're going to go to Desiree's question first. She said the correct status with the Secretary of State create a C Corp or LLC that your trust owns. Yes, that's what you do. So first, make your name with an irrevocable trust, actual name. And then set it up as a C Corp or LLC. It's up to you. But if you set it up, if you set up a trust-owned corporation, it's going to be a C Corp on the public side. So yes. That's the first step of status correction, yes. And use a dispute letter and a W-9 method on an older business account that I personally guaranteed but defaulted on is reporting on personal credit. Deidre, I would do that method, yes. And when they defaulted, I would send the 1099 OID to the IRS, the Secretary of State. Hi, this is Mark. Are you providing the steps for the receipts? At this moment, no, I'm not providing the steps with the receipt at this moment. As we package the line stuff, you have to create a 1099-B, and you send it in. But everything's 1099 OID. I did include the 1099 OID process, which is with your receipts, which is a similar process. There's so many different ways to get your money back on you. But just know everything's built of exchange, and everything is, this is just for personal credit now. Now, the business credit, I would circulate this credit. Because if you're not circulating the credit, you can't build it. And literally, it takes 6 months to 12 months to make $250,000 to $500,000 easy in credit. And as long as you got a business operating online, you can use these credit cards to convert them to cash if that's what you so choose, or other assets, whatever you choose to acquire, or even invest in your business. Now, with the irrevocable trust, if you embed the 643B IRS code, again, 643B IRS code, you always, whatever tax liability, which is 0 to 10% as a C Corp, up to 30% as an LLC, all right? So it's important that you keep proper bookkeeping and let them know this is your gifts, you get and be able to prove it, and be able to prove that you're reinvesting in your business. And that's what the 643B does. It defers your taxes for up to 21 years. As long as you're investing it right back into the business. All right, I'm going to attach a trust as well. Irrevocable trust for you guys. I gave you all the proper forms, but we'll go over it in depth as weeks to come. All right. Fred says, can the 1099 OID, a trust of your all-cap name, help deal with courts without yet having the UCC one, etc.? Indeed, it does. I haven't. If you go to, let me show you. Go to view my YouTube video. I have a video up where I showed that my name was a corporation or a trust. This is how I got my virtual case dismissed. So I'm just going to pull it up. I'm going to give you the link. And you just skip to the end, and I'll show you exactly how I handle it. If you look up my name on the Secretary of State within Missouri now, the Jeffrey Wayman Bryan Jr. LLC, that's a trust bank. 643B is 21 years. And then you just redo it again every 21 years. So how many years is a 643B? Are we going over just on the forms that were sent out throughout the course to help better understand purpose behind each? Yes, we will next week. I just want to get them in front of your face. I just want to get this stuff in front of your face so you can start knowing what's to come. And you do your own little study, okay? You need to do your own little study now. Look, and just get these forms in your mind, in your mind's eye. Yes, it sounds like Destiny Ray. Sounds like you know a little bit. So she's talking about real estate tax deferment, and basically how these people operate is always property, and so it is just like real estate laws. So if you do study real estate, you're going to understand status correction very well because it's always about the property. There shouldn't be a secured party credit before building this business credit. So when you establish your EIN and start to do the proper status correction, you're actually creating your own business. You're showing that this name is a business. I'm going to include a status correction form as well. When you should go into deep, read it. Go into deep and try to look through the status correction as well. So what this is going to do within the county is actually make your name it's going to make your name a corporation within the county as well, and a friend of the United States. And it's going to show that you're not bankrupt. Because once you have your trust established, it's going to show you're not bankrupt. You have assets. When you're bankrupt, you have no assets. I hope this makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, man, let me know. So, now, the file number I'm going to give you, you can change that you want. You can change it any way you want, put your own flag on it. It's just my flag on there, a flag that I created, because a flag will show that you're not under their jurisdiction. If you're not in the chat forum and you send me your email address, you might have to wait till tonight or tomorrow to receive all these. So the DBA is like a fictitious name. In Missouri, it's only like $7, $8. So a DBA is the same way. You can operate a trust within a DBA. You just make the trust manage the DBA, or you make the trust hold the assets of the DBA. That's all you need to open up a bank account. You can also, as long as you got an EIN number and the DBA is active within the state, you can set up a Duns and Bradstreet number. The Duns and Bradstreet is going to get you started with business credit within that 30, and then the business banking is going to get you started with experience. So how do we do a DBA? Okay. I'm going to also, so on the private side, I'm switching back to the private. There's two different jurisdictions. This is going to go with your county deed office and also the Secretary of State. You can put it on the Puerto Rico, Treasuries, the IRS, whoever you want. Anybody you feel that's important. This is the proper status collection. This document was also $2,200, and I revamped it. So shout out to Eon. He was the original creator. I just remixed it. All right? I'm always tell you what I do, man. I ain't got nothing to hide from these people while these people out here hate. So big ups to my haters, but big ups to my fans, man. I'm going to give y'all everything y'all need, man. I don't play with these classes, man. But just look at it. Try to speak some stuff out loud. This stuff's going to make sense. So, the non-durable, go over this too real quick. So this is the private side. On the private side, this is going to make your name a private business, doing business with the United States. A non-taxpayer affidavit, durable power of attorney, general in fact, and revocation of all previous powers of attorney. And all you have to do is a Google search. You can do PDF to Word. Matter of fact, I'll do that for y'all, man. I'll put it in Word format for you so you can edit. Or you can email it to yourself and edit it in Google Documents if you don't use your phone. I'll make stuff easy for you, man. Got enough haters out here. I want y'all to understand this though because it's really simple. It's gonna take a little bit of funds, but $500–600, man, will lead you to $10,000 plus business credit in less than a month. So that's worth the investment. And then on your own time, start studying Bitcoin. Start studying stocks and bonds. Start studying what to invest in. If you got Cash App, you can invest in stocks now through Cash App. I'm telling you, literally, I made $20,000 in 2 days, man, through Grubhub when the epidemic first hit. Through Grubhub, And then right now, you can invest in 3M. That's the plastic. Invest in the hand sanitizer. Invest in face masks. See what the main thinkers of these people are, man. So many different things. You don't have to sell it. You can just buy the stock up. People who's really making money still out here. It's really not rocket science. You got to think about it. You can, once you figure out which stocks, now you can go right to Cash App and get them if you don't want to get a stockbroker. That makes sense? It's right on Cash App now, man. I need you guys to know this. You can do stuff right from your fingertips, man. There's an app for everything. All right, I put the status correction document in there in Word format. So I'm going to go over this really quickly as well, why this is important. It lets you know that this name is an estate. It revokes all the powers of attorney, which you signed up for already. And this is going to give them notice of lack of jurisdiction, okay? I would send this to anybody who feels important, such as the county, Secretary of State, the IRS, Department of Justice, the FBI, whoever you find important. But starting off, start with your county of deeds office, okay? That's the most important, the Secretary of State. And you're going to want to go through this, okay, and try to make sense of it. So letting you know about bank accounts, you own them. You're a friend of the United States. You're not bankrupt. You're the owner of the collateral, the securities. Everything's collateral and securities within your trust, which is a private trust already set up. This is a trust declaration within it, a certificate of ownership of the corporation and their assumed name on the record, a DBA, okay? This is on the private side. You just have to pay the filing fee. Now, on the public side, when you want to utilize it, this shows that they can't own it, okay? This shows that they can't own it. And like I said, it's going to show that you're not an enemy of the United States Corporation. You're actually friends with them. There's an affidavit of pledged collateral securities in the interest of the United States because you pledged your collateral to the United States. But I am not bankrupt and do not consent to the commandeering of your property at no time for the surrendering or suspending of any of your rights, property, or otherwise. I'm not an enemy for the friend of you, not to do any presumption to the contrary. Also, I failed to mention at the top, when you go to the top, it does let you know that you are a private citizen and a non-taxpayer. It does put you a nationality. The nationality that's already on there, that I have on there, is American Native Indian, perpetual election, to remove minors and disabilities or disabilities and minorities, all right? Put you of the majority, all right? If you choose so, you can put white in front of there too. That makes sense to me. White means pity, pity means God, all right? They don't go against it. And it looks like a lot of it looks like a long page, man. It looks like a lot of pages. It's just like funky pages. But that's it. That's it. That's basically what it is. That's what it's doing. It's making you a friend of the United States. Okay? You're declaring a nationality. Now you have rights. You're letting them know you know about the fraud and securities. This is true status correction right here. True status correction. And then on the public side to uphold this stuff, you can just get the EIN under irrevocable trust and set it up within the state. It could be the LLC or a C corporation. If you set it up as a true trust company, it's going to show up as a C corp. So since there is no statutes of limitations on fraud, how far back can you go back to bond take legally? I'm just known that back once you assess the tax, you can get it back 36 months easily. Other than that, you're gonna have to get somebody to cast judgment on them, man. You really gonna have to do some real suits. Can you use the same trust you're doing business with for asset protection? It is asset protection. When you get your card, just put LLC or trust after your name. You're showing that your name is a trust or a C corp. You follow me? So the trust is the asset protection already. So when you can sell your car, just put trust after it. When you get a car, you put trust or LLC after your name. It shows that it's a business. See, everybody's a private banker, but you just need to make it public. So the social security number is a private bank already. You just gotta let them know that you know that it's private. And you do that by making it a corporation or a trust fund or a trust. I'll just answer some of the questions in the form. So make sure that that's the status correction. That's on the private side, okay? The irrevocable trust is going to be on the private side. The only thing that can truly put on the public side is the trust declaration. And then what's going to be shown on private is the C corporation if you set your corporation up under the trust, right? I hope you guys, on the forms, you got all the forms that I've talked about, okay? If you have it, if you can't get them in the chat form, please, after this call, you just text me your email at 407-274-5161. Again, that's 407-274-5161, or you can email me at MALIK at donkalam.com. I'll send you all the files, all right? Now, so first thing that I think is important that you should have got from class today. Irrevocable trust, which I put in the forms, okay? Set your name up as a corporation or set it up as a trust. So it would be your first, middle, last name, and then live in trust after it. The EIN is free at irs.gov. This is how you start your bank account with it. You're not going to be able to get the bank account until you actually get the paperwork showing that it's a corporation and active status and standing within the state, right? Until you have active status, you don't have standing with anything. So this is how you start to make them recognize your trust. So make it an LLC or a C corp. This is what I would do with the Secretary of State. You give them a copy of your actual trust. And this is going over the first month of credit that I've sent. And I also sent the book of the business credit book. I'm going to send a build a business credit. I know it's been a lot of files, but I'm going over a lot. Take your time with this and just skim through it, okay? Because we'll go over in depth with it. And then go over in depth with it. And this book goes in depth with over the 20 points needed to obtain business funding, okay? The entity must be open, active, and good standing. Have that EIN, okay? And it must match your state filing exactly. So you can set it up with the state before you get the EIN, but whatever you do, make sure those are the same, okay? The day you open up your business bank account, this is when they start reporting to Experian, okay? Make sure it's a business you don't need any business license for, okay? If you don't have those licenses, okay? DBAs, you can do those as well. Just make sure you have a real business phone number. You can get these from GoDaddy.com. And then Once all this is established, the virtual address, which it has to be a business address, and the phone number, make sure you're going to list yourself for the 411 directory, okay? And then the Experian file must be open with a credit history and good stored. And then the Duns & Bradstreet, that's free as well. Open this number. That takes about 3 to 5 days to get. So, Equifax, this will come off your business account too once you start getting business credit cards. But you cannot get a business credit card unless you got a bank account. Once the bank account opens, you're going to send stuff to that virtual address, okay? But I've already given you the list of the credit cards to go to starting off. If you attach personal credit, make sure there's no lates or derogatories so they don't go to your business, all right? Business has to be a business address. Now, when you start off, you need to get 3 business credit cards with payments made early. Like I said, 5 vendors of those net 30 accounts, okay? And then once this happens, we can get like a bank loan from lenders. We really don't go to really don't go to banks. I go to lenders. But that's going to be for the business side, on the public side. And I like to start off with your name, so everything you put in your name is going to be protected. It's not going to fall under any type of corporate jurisdiction whatsoever. Let me see. So I'm gonna do questions and answers. Says, is UPS okay as an address? No, I will not. Do not use UPS. Yeah, right now classes are same every week, every same time. Yes, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to get a virtual address. Go to ipostal.com. That's one of them. Yes, the number is 407-274-5161. I'll put it in the text. L. I'll put the text in the box. You can contact me at 407-274-5161. And use that one. ipostal1.com. Those are the virtual addresses.
I met him yesterday with my
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody have any questions or anything we went over?
Yeah. For the virtual address, do it matter if it's virtual or domestic or foreign?
Yeah, I got 3 2-year-olds.
One person at a time. What'd you say?
For the virtual addresses, does it matter if it's domestic or foreign?
How's everything else?
It doesn't matter. But it's going to be, if you're doing your foreign trust, it's going to be a different. You get the Secretary of State to make it on the public side.
My little nephew plays the Netflix. I seen them over there. They play over there on the Asbury. I didn't see Lori at all.
Once you learn it, it's really easy. And then you can just start setting up multiple ones.
Last time I seen her, she had a baby or something.
I mean, that's what I did, but just know, get one down first before you keep trying to build more. And it's okay to mess up on one. Learn what you're messing up on, and then start all over.
But I had boy and girl too.
Okay.
And then once you mess up, just offset it. That's what I did. But just know if you focus on offsetting, you're not going to be able to build. Retention belts are learn how to
and
build.
that's 1 year old. Thanks, bro. Good to see you, bro. What you getting over here?
Somebody said I wanted to ask about creating my flag. Yeah, just Google it. Flag generator.
So he gave me like I want to make sure that.
Yeah, I'll go over the forms too next class. And when you buy cars, just put trust after your name, or just put LLC after your name.
You got my Facebook, yeah.
This nigga got to work.
I got the TI, bro.
Thank you.
With the, yeah, the hash.
Flag generator, Mo.
Yeah, with the X.
Now, if you now on the private side, since we do know about want to talk about offset debt, you can send these dispute letters, man, and attach the W-9. But attach your bill too. If you have a credit card bill, a debt, a car payment, send it to the CFO, man, on the back of the bill. Sign it, date it, put all rights reserved. On the front, just put approved.
Yeah.
They said they need pictures for the, yeah, I'm going to go over the forms next time. Just get them in your vibration and go over them. I know everybody ain't going to understand it. I know I hit you guys with a lot of stuff too, but just focus on the business side right now. You don't even have to put it in the trust right now. You can always make a trust, own it later, especially if you make the EIN the irrevocable trust already. It's just about getting it started. You can always change it later. Do not be afraid to fail or mess up. Don't be scared of anything. Now's the time. I always say live in trust on the record. If they talk about it, just say live in trust. Even though you just put trust after your name, just always say it's a living trust. The corporate world, you gotta think about it. Corporation. Corpse is a dead body, so they can't touch nothing living. I hope this makes sense. Yes, this can be done with the DBA as well, yes. Let me know if you have any more questions. And I'm going to go in depth with the form next class, but I hope you guys are getting this virtual address. GoDaddy.com. You can get the website for free. You can get the phone number for free for 30 days. You get the email for like $3 a month. And all this is going to pay off. Go to Duns & Bradstreet once you get your business established. And then you can start on net 30 accounts.
I knew they were hurt to still. I never heard about no, they didn't have no romance. I didn't even know.
Yes, you can put international assets in the trust. Now, what I do with my my business that's in Switzerland, I do not operate in the public with it though. So I keep it out of their jurisdiction. I do not operate my business. I always have one business, gift, assets, or securities to that trust. So he said, setting up a trust for John Wick, name it John Wick Living Trust. That's exactly right. But on like a car title, I would put John Wick Trust.
I just got something that says delivery status failure.
I forwarded that to you too. So can you scroll down and see what it is?
No, I'm not seeing that. Scroll.
You asked him, I can hardly hear you.
Okay, now I see. Gotcha.
The tracker is.
Yeah, drop it.
What?
An irrevocable trust is a living trust.
Nope.
So I said, what kind of things are considered mixed and public and private? So you really can't talk about a trust.
I was saying if you want.
So you can't talk about stuff that's not real. So you can put land in a trust, but in a courtroom they can't talk about land. It's about the property. Always about property, so you put property in a trust. Put things in a trust. So when you make it private property, it's out of their jurisdiction. It's like yin and yang. So it's not a bankruptcy. So the citizens are really considered property unless they've declared a nationality.
Tell these niggas again.
Because that's something that's real, and black and white is something that's fiction.
Alright.
So everything's supposed to be in black and white. Now, you don't know how to operate in black. That's why it's called Black Laws Dictionary. You won't have to learn how to operate with them and within their rules and within common law rules, which common law is white. That's white law, anything that goes with nature, anything that's supposed to be of like spiritual realms. So like, time's not real, time's of an illusion. So a trust can go outside of time, especially if you're using the Latin language. Like the word non pro tunc, that means from the beginning of time. I don't want to get too deep with you guys, but language is important. But that's a vocab word you can look up, non pro tunc. I typed it in, N-U-N-C-P-R-O-T-U-N-C. So it's important to know a little Latin within setting up these trusts as well, because Latin is recognized in the corporate jurisdiction. And this is how they operate and get behind boxes. So I'll look that up for you guys. I'll let you see. Definition. So I started studying Latin. It really helped me out in the courtroom because the judges and the lawyers really don't even know it. Spell mouth as well. It says non pro tunc. It's a Latin expression in common legal use in the United States, the United Kingdom, and other countries. In general, a ruling non pro tunc applies retroactively to support an earlier ruling. Put it back on lecture mode. So non pro tunc. Again, it applies retroactively to correct an earlier ruling. So it goes to the beginning of time. And these are certain words you can use in the courtroom or within your trust. So you always reserve your rights at the beginning of time. So within the status correction, it's putting your true status on the record, because you won't have standing within the corporate world unless you have your status corrected properly. Now, to operate in commerce, you have to have a business. So they made your name a private business is what they did. And what you're doing is taking it back. And you're making your name a public business. And you're saying you're the owner. See, until you say you're the owner, they're taking claim to your name and making a sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship makes you reliable for that business's deeds and actions. Some people call it sole props. So look that up too. I'm going to type it in, sole props. And instead of having a public bank account, you have a private trust account with the Social Security number or the Social Security number. This is how your account, this is how the so-called state gets access to your trust. They don't pay taxes with it. Yes, they're creating bonds, okay, and benefiting, yes. They don't pay taxes with this. It doesn't fix roads. It doesn't do none of that. Because if they was doing that, they wouldn't have to get federal funding, okay? They're always asking the feds for money to fix the roads. Right? This stuff goes to the United Kingdom and the Vatican, the IMF, DTC. So here's the free download of Black Law Dictionary. I can give you Black Law Dictionary too. I have it. If you want the Black Law Dictionary, I will put it in there. See, it's not that I withhold the information and try to get rich off this stuff. It's that you have to put forth the effort and go grab it, or you're not going to understand it. I got the, I'm going to put the Bovier's Law in, dictionary. That's another law dictionary. All right, I do got a 1040V form too, or a 1099V form. There's some more files for you guys. I put another law dictionary, Bovier's Law, 6th edition. Yes, I've used the 1099V. Put it in there. All this stuff works, man. As soon as you start showing that you're the authorized representative, you're the bookkeeper, that that's not you. You cannot think that name is you. You are more than a name anyway. Think about it. Can you really name the energy that's within you? Can you really name that voice within you? They always want to try to make you figure out what your identity is. When you don't know your identity, they can steal your power, man. Get a little time to yourself after looking at this. There's Black Laws Edition, Black Laws First Edition, right here. There you go. When you start to know who you are, you don't know you led yourself every step of the way. You are the law. You are the universe. God's inside of you, okay? If you want to know where God's hiding, God is hiding right inside of you. You already have unlimited credit, okay? But you got to build up your mindset to start learning it, okay? Once you start learning it, the world is going to be yours. The world is going to, once you stay focused, nature bends to your will. Once you start learning this knowledge and you start studying, the world is going to bend to your will. You're going to start knowing exactly what to do. You got all the information. Give you all the information. Like, you guys don't even know truly what you have right now. All the files that I sent you. You don't know. Everything's a game. Now, since you know everything's a game, you got to figure out which piece do you want to be in this game. Which piece do you want to be in this game? Now, everybody has a shadow, yin and yang, okay? Don't worry about your shadow. Just take note of it and know what it does and course it directly and make it work for you. Make your shadow side work for you, okay? Now, whatever you do in the darkness when nobody's around, that's what's going to happen when you're in the spotlight, okay? When you're around people. So make sure you're studying and doing right things and good things, okay? Study, study, study. Affirmations help too. So let them play lightly. Affirmations. Play business affirmations, abundance affirmations, prosperity affirmations. The game was word of God. Also, write down your goals like you've already manifested them. Like, I am more abundant. I am more prosperous. And then get a definite number of what you want to make that month. How much credit you think you can generate that month? How many bank accounts you think you can make that month? Something realistic that you know you can put forth a little bit of action to do. Write down your goal list. Check them off. Because the one who fails the plan plans to fail. This is how we make it happen. Because if you don't have your goal list, then they're going to have Sunday through Monday out there for you. Tuesday, Wednesday, that's going to be your goal list, okay? If you don't have one. These are all boxes, okay? So you have to direct yourself. Keep it in front of your face. Speak it out loud like you're already going to do it, okay? And just visualize certain things. You have to know that you can make this stuff happen. And take 21 days to create a new habit, 90 days to create a new lifestyle, all right? And then, like I said, man, get your business set up first. If you don't want to try it with the trust first, the easiest way, go ahead and get you an LLC or a DBA. Make sure you get the EIN number. That's all you need to start with your business bank account and start with the Dun & Bradstreet number, and then go with the net 30 accounts. But make sure you got the virtual address, make sure you got the email address, and make sure a business email address, and make sure you got a business phone number, and list with the 411 accounts. This is your first step for your business grade. So say you get a $5,000 loan or a $10,000 loan on your personal credit. Business credit is 10 times the amount, okay? In less than time. So if I can get $10,000 in personal credit, I can get $100,000 in business credit. That's how it works. In no time, okay? In 6 months, you can have $250,000 in one business reported if you're working with it within 6 months. $250,000, no problem, okay? Secondly, SBA will mess with you and give you grants and loans. You can apply for grants and loans. Just come up with a decent business plan. You can get these through a great bookkeeping company. They'll take you seriously because you're operating with an EIN. You're on active status. You have a business bank account that you can show. You have some financials that you can show. Bookkeeping companies will come up with a business plan for you, a business goals for you. And most will give you a 30-day free trial. You just go from there, man. You develop a plan off your skills and mindsets, man. But this is how I started. I came from nothing. I just didn't stop. I look forward to y'all, man. I love y'all. I'll do this for y'all. We're going to call it a night. We'll probably go a little bit longer next week because everybody wants to go in depth with these forms. And I want to make sure that you guys understand it and understand it. And also, we're going to have a month 2 class that a higher level up class that I want you guys to join too. It's going to be all trust. Just trust. Just trust, period. You know what I mean? But starting off, you guys got to know about business credit. Let's know the corporate side, the easy stuff first, man. Much peace and love. I love y'all, man. If you didn't get the files, please text me at 407-274-5161. It was 407-274-5161. Or you can email me at MalikKilam@DonKilam.com. Make sure you guys get the files, man. Make sure you guys start to get understanding. I did record this, so I will also make sure that you guys get a copy of the recording as well, man. I love you. I couldn't even do this without you guys. At first, I used to chase the corporate world, and I've lost a lot of endorsement deals and things that I truly thought I really wanted because I wouldn't stop preaching. I can't help it. Bad stuff happens to me when I don't help you guys. So I do want to appreciate you guys for making me feel real, for making me feel wanted, for making me feel valuable. So thank you so much, man, because I'm a man. I have made mistakes. I want to thank you guys so much for allowing me to be your teacher. I never thought in a million years I could be a teacher. And truthfully, the people in the urban areas and the people that they don't give a chance to, these are the people I really want to know this because that's who put faith in me and always gave me a place to stay. Made me feel important, okay? And when I saw people I was really helping people build business credit and personal credit, and but man, we can do this, man. We can have real businesses instead of trying to just get out of debt. Let's build businesses and help people, man. That's what we're here to do. I don't care if it's a clothing brand. It's not stupid. I don't care whatever idea you have, man. Just try it. Build it. Make it a business. Whatever it is that makes you happy and you can do it for free, turn it into a business, okay? Turn it into a business. Because why would it be your talent if you weren't supposed to get paid for it? What makes you happy should take care of you. Okay, man? So please, whatever idea you think it is, be thinking on it, man. And start being definite with your higher power. Because if you're not definite things are not going to happen in your life, man. Much peace and love. I love y'all, man. Prosperity is your birthright. Please tell yourself that daily. Much peace and love.